Hey, Dr. Nathan Goodyear here. Just want to tell you about an exciting journey we're going to take here. Get to meet with my friend, Joseph Chammas. We're going to tour his farm, Gratitude Garden Farms. We're going to walk through the farms, learn all about it, and learn how he has turned his story with cancer into a passion for a new purpose. It's going to be in 2 segments. Stay tuned. It's going to be super exciting. This is Joseph Chammas. He's going to be telling us a really exciting story because, you know, you diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
Yes.
How many years ago?
2008.
And we are in 2026. So I would imagine you've beaten and exceeded all expectations that you were given.
Yes, I mean, I would definitely say that. They told me I had, I would say about a 5% chance to make it 5 years. So they basically said I had most likely six months to live if I did nothing.
And then 0% chance to become a farmer and an individual that helps other people diagnosed with cancer have hope.
Correct. I mean, I would imagine if I'm not here, then yes. I would just be another number.
So we're going to hear Joseph Chammas' story, but then we're also going to see how he took a crisis of pathology, here cancer, and turned it into a new calling for a purpose and actually inspiring, giving others hope. But first, what we're going to do, before we do that, we're going to walk around, have him kind of show you his beautiful, I mean, it's just gorgeous here, everything he's doing to help his own health and help others. So, you know, let's just walk around and show us off your great place here.
All right, let's go take a look.
And what's the name of the area, the location here?
So we're in Loxahatchee Groves. I wanted to initially do it in Costa Rica. That was what my initial goal was. But my wife, you know, we had family here, and she didn't want to leave family. So I said, okay, let's do it in Florida. Find this place. So I looked around. I found this area. It's an up and coming area at the time. It was kind of horse country area, but really beautiful. I really like the area because you're like 10, 15 minutes away from normal civilization, but it feels like you're in Costa Rica here.
Oh yeah, it feels like we're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it is. But you're only 10 minutes away from a Michelin star restaurant. You know?
I know.
You're at, you know, Wellington's down the street.
And you supply probably a lot of them.
We do. Yeah, we do actually. We do sell to a few Michelin star restaurants. But yeah, so that's how it started. We bought the land in 2014. There was nothing here. So we built all this. Everything that you see here, we built. You see that little cabin over there? Yeah. So that little wood cabin, that's the first thing I bought. I bought that little cabin. I plopped it right here, and me and my wife spent 9 years living in that little 320 square foot cabin while we built this entire farm out. And now I built her that house over there. So now we actually have a regular house, which was nice. I didn't really care as much. She was over the moon over it. But that's basically how our journey started. And then I started on mushrooms and turmeric. So I specialize in turmeric. Okay. So I grow 4 varieties of specialized turmeric. We got the Hawaiian red, Indira yellow. I grow a black turmeric and a Thai turmeric. And the black and the Thai are our strongest varieties. So they're like off the charts with curcumin rating. They're probably like 13, 14%, when most turmerics are 2, 3, 4%.
Right.
And they have all different kinds of curcuminoids in them also. The black is still not studied properly, but it's super revered in India. It's very rare. It doesn't yield very much. But I managed to find some seed, over like 12 years ago. Around there, 2014, I found some black turmeric seed from Hawaii, shipped it over, and I started growing it, and I just kept saving it ever since and growing that up, as well as the Thai. And then we make products out of it. So my purpose was to create a farm where I grow the most medicinal properties, most medicinal plants and veggies and turmeric and mushrooms that I could, and then make medicines out of them, like supplements, tinctures, things that could help people that were going through what I was going through. That's what we've been doing for the last 10 years now. We do 4 farmers markets for the last 10 years. We do West Palm, Delray, Palm Beach Gardens. We also do a swank market here. And we used to do Parkland, but we don't do it anymore. So I've been doing that, serving the community for over 10 years now, providing them with certified organic produce, because we are USDA certified organic.
What does that mean? Because a lot of people get confused.
It doesn't mean that much anymore to me, just because, they do give you an enema when they come here and inspect you. They do. They go through but it's more paperwork. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
I'm a farmer. I'm not an accountant. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. They want to know where you planted which one, and did you crop rotation? Okay, that's great. I'm all for crop rotation.
Yep.
But they want to, like, you go across the street, the guy's spraying glyphosate on everything, and he can sell it wherever he wants, and no one cares.
Right.
And then, like, I'm selling only certified organic stuff, and they're giving me an enema every year, and it shouldn't be like that. It should be the other way around, if anything.
You're exactly right.
It should be the other way around. It should be like, what are you spraying on your food? That's illegal. You can't do that. That's the way it should be. Whereas I don't even use anything that they allow me to use. So under organic certification, you're allowed to spray certain things. I don't even spray those. So the only thing I do is I grow what grows well at the right time of the year. That's what I do.
So you kind of rotate based on seasons.
Yeah, but in Florida you can grow all year round, but we do have a different season. Like in the winter we can grow more greens. In the summer, the greens are very difficult to grow. So it's too hot. So you can only grow like callaloo or okra or some peppers, but we do grow fruit in the summer. So we plant our turmeric in the summer too.
Okay.
So we have sapodillas, we got papayas, we got bananas, we got 15 varieties of mangoes, we have mulberries, we've got loquats, we got all sorts of goodies. So that, and then lychees. So we basically get all that in the summertime. So it's a lot of fruit in the summer. Mushrooms we grow all year round, and microgreens we grow all year round. So we grow a lot of sunflower sprouts, pea shoots, broccoli micros, which are full of sulforaphane.
Yeah.
And then I actually tell my customers to freeze the broccoli micros because it increases the sulforaphane by like 5 times. I don't know if
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Do some research on that, but apparently by freezing the broccoli micros, it increases the sulforaphane. So I tell people to put it in, in a freezer bag, in the freezer, or in a tub or whatever it is, and then you can add a little bit in your smoothies and throw them in your smoothies.
Yeah, the soil, obviously the soil is the plant life, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I was talking to a regenerative farmer last year at a conference, and I made the mistake of saying soil, and he said, whoa. Are you talking about soil that's alive or soil that's dead? And,
sure.
and me being a doctor that is new into the regenerative farming and organic farming, I was like, tell me the difference. He said, dead soil is dirt. He said, I deal with a live soil. And because what you're doing is, that's right, you're growing life.
Yeah.
And so if you're growing things that are dead, it gets transferred to your gut, which is dead. But if you're growing things that are live and nutrient dense, which research has shown that over the last 50 years, depending on the country, you're seeing somewhere between a 20 and 50% decline in minerals, nutrients, even things like vitamin C, which by the way, vitamin C, it's not really a vitamin. You know where that came from? There was a guy back in the 19th century, and they thought that things that were vital for life, they called them amines. So they said, this chemical, vitamin C, it was vital for life. That's how vitamins came to be. So it's just a construct.
Gotcha.
So, but anyways, vitamin C is vital for human life. And we're seeing massive declines here. But when you eat real food and supply vitamin C to your gut, you boost bacteria that boost your immune system. So in essence, you're taking healthy soil and fueling healthy soil here that's fueling an immune system that's alive. You're transforming lives from soil to soil.
So in Florida, in this part of Florida, it's very sandy soil. So it doesn't really have a lot of nutrition in it. It's just pure sand. It's like almost like beach sand. It's like a gray sand. So in order to grow in there, you have to add organic matter. So we use organic compost. So we grow mushrooms, and we use the block, which is made mostly of oak wood, and we break that down and we can turn it into compost. We also purchase truckloads. As you came in, and you notice, you see with that where those cars are, right on the other side, there's a beautiful black compost pile over there. Beautiful, gorgeous black dirt. And every single time I plant, I add 2 inches of that fresh compost on top, and I plant directly in the compost.
Oh wow!
And then I can also add worm castings.
I was gonna say worms, because that's one of the things that I've had farmers tell me is if worms are there, it's alive.
100%. So what I do is we'll add castings, worm castings into the soil, and a lot of the worm castings will have baby sacs in them. And then the worms will hatch and then live inside your soil and start, moving through the compost. Their waste is the castings are amazing for the nutritional health of the plant. So it's kind of like the immune system of the plant. So worm castings isn't a really big fertilizer per se. The NPK is not high on worm castings, but it has a high K, which is the immunity. You have the nitrogen, the phosphorus, and the phosphorus and the potash. So it has the K at the end. Okay. Potash. So that's what we use a lot here is worm castings. We also can add a little organic chicken manure, composted chicken manure in with the compost, and what that does is the microbes take that and go nuts with it. Yeah. So between the worm castings, I don't use a lot of organic composted chicken manure, but I do add it into the soil at the beginning of the season, and then throughout the season it starts to. Is that Alex? Sorry. No, that's okay. So basically our soil is alive.
Yeah, because you're not just growing the plants, you're not just growing herbs, medicinal mushrooms, you're growing microbes, as you said, in the soil.
Correct. There's a book called Teeming with Microbes, which I really like, which I read. It's all about that. So we focus a lot on the quality of the soil. So if we're growing just in compost, I mean, that alone is really that's the only thing I can really do here. Most of the farmers in Florida, a lot of them are hydroponic farmers because soil, I have a neighbor right across the street here, Swank Farms, they're hydro because it's hard to grow in the soil, it's expensive because I got to get the truckload cost me $1,000. Oh wow! For one truckload of compost cost me $1,000. Bless you. And then so I'll basically add. You can see that's all this is. This is all this dirt.
Yeah. So these are just raised beds.
These are raised beds, but you can see. Look how black my dirt is. See that? Look. See the life in there?
Oh man.
So there's light. You can see all the animals crawling around in there.
They've actually done studies looking at children that are out in the dirt.
Yeah.
And they're outside.
Yeah.
Their gut microbiome is healthier and more diverse than those that are not. Yeah. And so basically the life here, the structure here is provided in your gut microbiome.
Yeah, 100%.
So you basically taking this life, transferring it through these plants into your gut, which empowers your immune system.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really have to do anything to the plants. Once I plant them, they just do their own thing because the soil's alive.
The bees.
Yeah, and this is Tulsi, holy basil. Oh, yeah. And we make a lemonade out of this. Adaptogenic lemonade, and we add a little reishi extract and our Tulsi in there, and we use organic maple syrup as a sweetener. Oh yeah. And we use organic lemons, and we make this really nice lemonade, and people love it. And I actually have some over there. I'll get you some if you want. And it's really, really great. So we make all kinds of cool stuff from our farm. The medical medium retreat that we're doing in a couple of days, they want lots of cilantro. So this is cilantro. It's bolting right now, which I'm letting go to flower.
My youngest daughter, she watches this. She thinks it tastes like soap. She's got the snip.
She has that gene. She has that one gene. Yeah. I don't understand it. It does not taste like soap at all to me. But
she hates it.
She hates it. That's funny. A lot of people do.
I love it.
You know what this is?
Is it basil?
No.
No?
Take a snip and sniff it.
Oh, is it peppermint?
No. Take a snip. You don't know what it is right now. No?
What is it?
Lemon balm.
Oh, lemon balm.
This is lemon balm. So these are medicinal. So we make.
Oh yeah.
We make teas out of this, like farm teas out of this. So whenever retreats come, we'll steep a little lemon balm tea and then we'll ice it and make it like an iced tea. So we do lemon balm teas, we do holy basil teas and lemonades and all sorts of goodies.
Yeah, it smells like lemon.
Yeah, it has a little bit of lemony flavor.
So I mean, you got herbs here going on.
I do. I got herbs. So right here we've got some carrots, some good old-fashioned They're still small, but you can kind of get an idea.
Oh, you don't have to pull them out. Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
So this is a nice little carrot, still a little young, but
beautiful, dude.
Those are carrots. We've got different varieties of kale. So we go curly kale, lasianto kale. Those are some collard greens interplanted with some oregano. All different varieties, thank you. And here we've got some cayenne peppers that made it through the freeze. I don't know how.
Yeah, because you guys have had a rough winter.
We had a freeze. You can see all my banana trees got crushed. But you know, that's what happens, unfortunately. This is my holy basil, so we cut it back, and now it's coming back. You see how it's coming back right now?
Yeah.
So it's coming back, but we're planting some more. But the whole, you know, basil does not like that freeze. So
I bet when things really start picking up here in about 4 weeks, I bet there's bees everywhere out here.
Yeah. I mean, there's bees everywhere all the time, even in the cold. I mean, we have bees everywhere. We have a bee farm behind us and in front of us.
Oh, wow.
So I was gonna do bees. I'm just like, I don't need to, because they just
they
swarm
me.
They love holy basil. They love tulsi. You know what this is?
No, I don't.
Here, try this. This is a European green. Try that.
Just like a green?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I actually donated it to Annie Appleseed.
That's where I was speaking.
Yeah.
She loves you.
Oh,
yeah, she loves you. And you inspire her. And she, of course, inspires others.
Yeah, I've always
This is delicious.
It's really good. But that's something, that's an example, because that's something you're not going to find in the U.S. Nobody grows this, because no one even knows what it is. But I grew up in Europe, and they sell these in farmers markets in Europe, France, and you know, it's very popular in like Eastern Europe, like Russia, Poland. You ask any Russian what this is, they know exactly what this is.
The stalk is even, what is it? It's tangy. What is that?
Lemony.
Man, it's tart.
It's really
delicious.
good. So in Eastern Europe, like in Russia, they make soup out of this with potatoes and this, and then they add some lentils, and it's a traditional dish.
Wow, it's good.
It's really good. Try. And then let's walk down here. I'll show you some other goodies.
Wow, your website, Joseph, doesn't do it justice how much you're growing here.
Yeah, I mean, this is not that much right now, but I've got some other fields. You know, I've got some fields right here, but that freeze really hurt us, because I lost all my tomatoes, all my peppers, all my eggplant, all dead. So now that's why a lot of stuff's empty. I'm replanting right now. I'm going to be seeding some beds later, but
are you also harvesting seeds and stuff too?
Yeah, I mean, I do let certain things. You can see my dill and my fennel. I'm letting that go to seed, and I just take the seeds, so I don't have to pay for them. Look, here's a perfect example. So this is dill right here.
Oh wow, that's all seed?
That's $20 if I bought that in a seed store. That's all seeds, ready to go. I don't need to buy any fennel seeds. I don't need to buy any dill seeds now. So this, I can replant this and make dill seeds.
Lavender. That's lavender.
Yeah, you want to taste something cool?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to taste something cool. Oh, well, first I really like this mint. This mint, I've been hunting it down forever. I finally found it. It's from my kind of place. It's a Moroccan mint.
Wow, that is strong.
Smell that? Yeah.
Wow.
So you know those like the Bedouins in the desert? They'll get this mint and they'll make it really, really strong, and they'll add a lot of sugar with it, and then it'll be in a little shot glass, and they'll just sip it. That's why they have no teeth. But that's because they put all the sugar in it. But this mint is really fabulous for that. We got some rosemary here. This is something I want you to try. Take a rip of this. Do you like a little kick or no?
Oh yeah, I like kick.
Rip some. So this is going to be very interesting. You've never had anything like this before. You feel it in your nose right about now.
What is that?
Japanese restaurant, the little green thing on the side.
It's like at the roof of my mouth too.
Wasabi.
It's wasabi?
It's not wasabi, but it tastes just like wasabi. It's a Japanese mustard, but it has that wasabi flavor.
There it was. The second bite I got it.
You got it, right? It gets in your nose. It's that horseradishy.
Yeah.
It's like horseradish flavor.
A little bit of a kind of a tangy right here too. Man, that's good.
Yeah, it's got a nice flavor.
Where's it from?
It's a Japanese mustard green, but it has, it has that horseradishy flavor. It's got an intenseness about it. You feel it now. There you go. I was waiting for that. I was wondering why you didn't get it.
The first one, I guess I just didn't get it right.
No.
The second one got stronger, and the third one got really strong.
Yeah, there you go.
I think because of the quantity of that last bite.
Maybe. So that's some kale here.
Growing something new here.
Arugula.
Seeding.
I'm doing a lot. This is French breakfast radishes. This is baby arugula right here. And then arugula, it's funny because arugula, you're not supposed to be able to eat. I just heard this earlier today. It's like you're not supposed to be able to eat a whole salad of arugula because it's supposed to be.
It's a small portion.
You're supposed to because it's so peppery and strong. But the arugula you buy in the store is so mild that you can eat a whole salad of arugula. But it's difficult to do that with this arugula because it's pungent. So it's meant to be just top dressed.
Yeah, I mean, this is why they used to eat this at the beginning of each meal.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of stirred the gastric juices and everything.
Yeah, it's
digestive
great.
enzymes and stuff.
I want to show you the. Let me show you the.
You can taste. It's not just seeing it, right? It's not just putting your hands in the dirt, but it's tasting it.
Yeah.
It tastes different.
Yeah.
Wow. Wish you could taste it. A lot of these are medicinal too.
Yeah, I grow a lot of medicinal stuff. The
medicinal mushrooms, by the way, absolutely love them.
Oh yeah, great.
Oh yeah, because I mean they stimulate the immune system.
Lion's mane, reishi, turkey tail.
Yeah, turkey tail's probably got the strongest level of evidence.
Does. Yeah. I mean, especially with chemo, because a lot of even oncologists are like, you can take turkey tail because it helps boost up the platelet counts, so the patient can come back and take another dose.
Well, it boosts the lymphocytes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which they don't talk about enough.
No, it does more than that. It actually changes the tumor microenvironment. So it actually allows the immune system to become active and remodel to an anti-tumor way.
Yeah.
How old are your boys?
What boys?
I thought you said kids.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, you said your boys when you talked about going skiing.
My friends.
Okay.
Those are my boys. Yeah, we don't have kids because that's one of the side effects to the treatment that I did. Yeah. Now I did save some sperm that I could have used, but I chose to not do it because at the time I gave that sample, I had stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just like, I didn't know. I didn't know if I believed that at the time, so I didn't really want to use it. I still don't know if I believe that. What's your take on that? That's a tricky one, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. So with things that we used to not think that could be transmitted. Now here we're not talking about germline, meaning we're not talking about when women talk about like BRCA, right, which in breast cancer, or here. There's certain types of colorectal cancer that are, inherited as a germline mutation.
Yeah.
But we now know that the gut microbiome can be transferred.
Correct.
To the child. Now the question is, can it then transfer to the grandchild and the great-grandchild? I think there's evidence that suggests that. So,
but you can replenish it.
Yes, you can. You can restore it.
It just means you might be born with less of it than somebody else.
I think that's why we're seeing this massive shift in colorectal cancer. From a disease of 70s and 80s to 20s and 30s, which is what you're dealing with.
They're eating McDonald's almost. They're eating McDonald's 2-3 times a week.
You're an original doctor is what you are. I mean, and I say that not to detract, but you're actually restoring the microbiome, which restores the immune system. And honestly, one of the things I was talking about, the thing I have a passion for, Joseph, is that the reason why we're dealing with such shift in not just cancer, but disease in general, obesity, take it, right, is because of the damage that we're doing to the gut microbiome.
Yeah.
That played an intimate role in your development of cancer, but what you're doing is playing an intimate role in how you're living.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, how are you going to replenish your gut lining if you're eating food that's sprayed with glyphosate?
I think your concern there was right, but as you mentioned, you have the solution.
They were telling me, oh no, it's no big deal. It doesn't transfer over. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know, but I just didn't feel right about producing a life with possibly, I didn't want my child to ever have to go through what I went through. I just didn't want to take any chance in that. So I was like, if it's meant to be, it will happen. I'll heal myself. I'll be able to. We'll have kids, at a later time when my body's ready or whatever. But they blasted me so aggressively with radiation and chemo that it killed the stem cells of my sperm stem cells too, and other stem cells. So Now, if I worked on it with maybe some Chinese medicine or stuff like that, it maybe could have reversed it. But that wasn't my focus at the time. I was, my focus was to live my purpose and get that going. And if I was meant to be a father, then I would have. Now, it didn't happen that way, but, I've got lots of, younger people that I've worked with and, brought in here, and, they feel like my kids, some of them. They've been with me for 10, 15 years, working with me, learning, and, they come to me like I'm their big brother or father figure in a way, because, they don't get along with their pups or whatever. And like, I fill that void for some of those guys. And that's important for me too, because I want to be able to, have someone I could take under my wing, show them stuff, teach them how to farm.
Well, like you said, people come to the farmer market where you are, and they thank you because you're there despite the weather, and because you pretty much only eat your food. Yeah,
so that's what I was telling you before, is that, some days and when it's hard and I'm just like, we're struggling, we're trying to make enough money to survive and to get compost and do all that stuff. And I'm just like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I putting myself and my wife through this and working so hard as a farmer? And, and it rains at the market, and then they shut the market down. Now all the work I've been doing all week is I have to feed it to the pigs. I'm just like, this is crazy. And then I go to the market, and then the customers come up to me and they look at me in the eyes and they go, thank you so much for what you do. I don't know what I'd do if we didn't have you here. And then the next person, someone else would say the same thing. Then another person would say the same thing. And then it dawns on me, like, this is what I'm meant to do. It's hard work. It's not for everybody. Not everyone would love to do this. But it's what I'm meant to do, because there aren't enough of us around. We're like dinosaurs. Everyone's becoming, it's expensive to buy land. The amount of work to put in is very hard. And to grow like organic dirt grown food it's less and less of us. So I like to see the youth come up right now that are actually coming up and go, hey, I want to be a regenerative farmer or organic farmer, and really take on that task. They get a small piece of land and they practice and they do all that stuff, and that's amazing. So I love to see that. It's great, but there's just not enough of us. You go to a farmer's market, I'm like one of the only real farmers there.
You need to support your local farmer,
but real
especially
farmers.
the organic and the regenerative farmers. Now, and that's the key. So if you're in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, or heck, if you're in Miami, in the near vicinity, you need to come out here and see Joseph. You need to come see Gratitude Garden Farms, because it's an oasis. But like you said, it's 10-15 minutes from
Wellington, right here. And we're 20 minutes from West Palm, like 5-10 minutes from Wellington. So we're in a really good spot. We don't.
And you wouldn't know that though, because we were driving that back road coming up here.
Where are we? It's a lot of horse country here. So a lot of people from Wellington, the land's expensive, so they're moving back into Loxahatchee area right now and buying up big parcels of land to do horse, which is great, but we need more farms. We need more local farms, and the land's too expensive here. So Fort Lauderdale is a food desert. There's no farms there because it's expensive to get land, and and then the soil's not great. So I've just been working for 10 years here, just adding compost to all my soil all the time. I'm just adding fresh compost.
Probably some of the richest soil in this area.
In my beds 100%, because they're permanent beds. I don't strip them, I don't till it. So I do no till. So what that means is I'm not tilling up the worms every year. I'm basically, they'll go down because it gets too hot and they get cooked. So, they have to go down. But basically what you do is I just keep adding fresh compost, and I don't till in a lot of people will remove the beds and just till in their beds again, and then add the stuff and then reform the beds. I don't do that. I make the permanent bed, and then what I'll do is I'll hand compost the rows. It's not the most efficient way. It's not the most lucrative way at all, but for me, it's the right way of doing it, because I want to do no-till. So that's what we do. And then we use a golf cart and some wheelbarrows and some Home Depot buckets, and we add the compost fresh to the top of the rows, and then lightly rake it in. I don't till it. I lightly rake it in, and sometimes I'll add some azomite, some rock dust, to add some more minerals into the soil. And I'll do that, but I'll probably put a little bit of azomite maybe once a year in each row, so that it's in my soil. and my plants will suck up all those minerals and stuff. So, I've had people go, oh, I grow tomatoes, and I've never had really good tomatoes, blah blah blah, and they'll come and eat my tomatoes, and they'll come back and be like, that was the best tomato I've ever had, and they grow tomatoes, so they knew that, because they buy them from the store, and most of them are hydroponically grown.
Yeah.
I'll take a Pepsi challenge on anybody that grows hydro tomato against a soil grown tomato. I'll take that Pepsi challenge any day of the week. Any day of the week. I might get a lot of hate from hydro farmers, but I've tried hydroponic tomatoes. Some of them are decent, but soil grown, I don't think you can beat them. Heirloom, organic heirloom. Soil grown, they're hard to grow, but
it wasn't. I used to not like tomatoes growing up. My mom, she knows. But when I started growing heirloom tomatoes myself in Tennessee, that's when I started eating them.
Amazing.
And I was like,
just a little
these
salt,
actually taste good.
Little salt and olive oil. That's it. Olive oil, salt. Just eat it fresh.
I mean, that's basically what I had for lunch. And we were talking about lunch. Went to an Italian restaurant and had caprese. Basically tomatoes and olive oil. And I told him I ate a ton of food, and I said, "Isn't it amazing? I got energy, and yet I don't feel like I need to go take a nap."
Yeah, that's mostly that's a lot with plant-based. If you're eating low-fat plant-based, that's how you feel all the time. Yeah, because you're not taxing your digestive system, and 80 to 90% of your body's energy goes into digesting the food that you eat. So if you're digesting a big steak and potatoes and French fries, that's why you want to take a nap, because your body's trying to put its energy into digesting the food rather than giving you the energy into your body that you need so that you can function and do stuff. So a lot of the times, like in the summertime when it's super hot out, I tried to get my workers that help me like not to eat food, because they eat rice and chicken and beans, and then they're working out in the 100-degree temperature. I'm like, man, you're not going to be efficient. You're going to feel like crap. So I started getting them on. I would grow these beautiful big seeded watermelons, and then I'll put them in the cooler, walk-in cooler, get them cold, and then I'll grab one of my cayenne peppers, and we'll scoop out that watermelon, we'll put it in a Vitamix, and we'll throw a cayenne pepper in, blend it, and put them in mason jars, and just throw them in the coolers. And whenever anyone wants, they go in there, grab one, and just drink that, and it just gives you life. And I intermittent fast pretty much every day. So I've been doing that for 16, 17 years, where I just won't eat breakfast. And I would have a green juice. Back in the day, I was doing green juices. Now, not so much, but I need to get back on that. I've definitely got to up my nutritional protocols a lot better now. But the point is, I pretty much don't eat until 3, 4 o'clock every day.
Wow.
And then I used to do a little green tea, some organic green tea. But I don't like to rely on the caffeine, you know what I mean? Because it's not the greatest, but it's milder in caffeine. But I think green tea has a lot of anti-cancerous effects too. So I like it. So I basically switched my mindset into thinking everything I put in my mouth is either going to feed cancer or it's going to kill cancer. And that's pretty much what I did the last 16 years. So anything I put in my mouth, I knew, okay, this item has been shown to prove to kill cancer cells, and this item has shown to be a carcinogenic. So I'm not going to eat this, I'm going to eat this. That's what I've done.
The famous quote that is attributed to Hippocrates, though it's really kind of a paraphrase of some of other teaching, let food be thy medicine, medicine be thy food. It's Hippocrates, and it's just some writings that is ascribed to, and that's not really a direct quote. But that's exactly what you're doing. Food that's not alive, processed food's not alive.
No.
It's dead, and it's synthetic, versus when you give food that is alive, because it's grown from live soil, what should you get but life? And that's exactly what you're doing.
Living foods.
Yeah.
But then also, if it's veg and stuff like that, it should be eaten as raw as possible, because it's living foods.
But you're changing your gut microbiome. See, right now, I tell patients, look, you need a fecal transplant. Which empowers the immune system. And so when patients are getting, immunotherapy, stage 4 cancer, we say we need to do this to support your immune system now. It helps the immunotherapy work better. And by the way, anything that is helping the immune system, whether that's a conventional drug or whether it's fasting, right? That's immunotherapy. And what you're doing here is immunotherapy. But what you're doing is, in essence, the right transplant.
Sure.
It's within.
So you do fecal transplant, but is that for people just with C. diff, or is that with just people that have cancer because they need it?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So because we, at the Williams Cancer Institute, that's where I work with my partner. We do intratumoral, so we don't like systemic therapy either. What we try to do is engage the immune system to the tumor locally. That minimizes and mitigates the risk of chemotherapy completely, immunotherapy as well, because we're putting in the tumor. And I tell people what we're doing is we're creating a vaccine. We're turning your tumor into a vaccine. They go, I don't like the word. I'm with you. The word just simply means that which pertains to a cow. So because they took cowpox to inoculate for smallpox. But I said, here's the key. They were inoculating the immune system. And so what we're doing is we're inoculating your immune system to your tumor. And so I look forward to seeing your medicinal mushrooms, because those are powerful, powerful inducers and supporters to the immune system.
Yes,
I mean, powerful.
But you have to extract them correctly, because if you heat them, so we do a dual extraction on our mushrooms. So a dual extraction is a cold extraction and then a hot extraction. But we do the cold first, because heat can kill some of the neurotropes in the lion's mane, let's say, hypothetically. And you'll still get polysaccharides from them if you heat them, but I want everything. So what I do is I do organic alcohol extraction first on the lion's mane, let's say, hypothetically, and then after a couple weeks I'll take that mushroom and then I'll do a water, like a distilled water, and then we'll simmer it and reduce down that water until most of the water evaporates, and we just have a very strong, potent polysaccharide water. And then we dilute the original alcohol extraction with the polysaccharide water to do a dual extraction. So we have a cold and a hot extraction mixed together in one. Wow. And those are called dual extractions. And then that's what we do with all of our mushrooms. Now our turmerics, which I'm going to show you right now.
Yeah, so we're back here. Where are we?
We're in part of the fruit orchard. We have a turmeric field on the left, a turmeric field on the right. And then here we have some avocados. It's not really seasoned, but we do have a couple still lingering around. And we have sapodillas. I think there's a nice ripe one right here. So this is a sapodilla. And the way that you know that these are ready is if you scrape them and they're like a lighter color, they're ready. This is a really beautiful, this is a very unique, rare. See, if I scrape it, you see how it's kind of green? It's not quite ready. I need to see that slightly yellow. So you can see I have scrapes on all my sapodillas because I go around and I scrape them.
Wow.
So I don't think this is quite ready.
You're a man of the land.
Well, I mean, I learned my trees, and I learned when to harvest, what to do. So let me see, is this one ready? This one's almost ready, I think. Ooh, you see? This one's ready too. So this is a sapodilla, okay? This one's actually ready to eat. Check this out. So right here, it's kind of ready to eat. It might need another day. It might need another day. But I want you to take this one and then wait a couple days. This one too, this one's gonna be better. The big
I have to fly out tomorrow.
It's okay.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Back to Mexico.
Yeah, they won't let you take that.
I know. That's why.
Plus, you can get those in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were at the...
Yeah, I live in San Jose do Cabo.
Okay.
Because we have to do our procedures outside the U.S.
Yeah, I got you.
Because they're not
my mom had the same cancer as me, and she decided she wanted to do the Mexico route, and she went to Hope for Cancer.
Yeah.
But it didn't work for her, unfortunately.
See, well, yeah, we'll use natural therapies. We'll do vitamin C into the tumor.
Yeah.
Artesunate into the tumor.
Sure.
And then, of course, we use supplements, but then we also do, inject intratumoral immunotherapy.
Yep.
And then we use what's called pulse electric field therapy, PEF. So it's shots of energy inside the tumor.
Yeah.
And it destroys the tumor.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, but with immunotherapy, you have to be a candidate for it, though, don't you? For certain ones, I mean, you have to find the right one. Do you find that person and then create one for that person, or is it just?
Well, see, that statement you said right there, Joseph, is kind of that conventional mindset, and it's with systemic immunotherapy.
Yeah.
What I would tell you is that when it comes to solid tumors, almost all of them are immunotherapy candidates. It's just you have to engage it the right way.
So do you create the right?
Yeah, we
right
destroy part.
immunotherapy
So what
for
we do
that?
is we put a needle into the tumor. We destroy part of it. That in and of itself is immunogenic, meaning it stimulates the immune system. But now we actually understand, and this is why your work on the medicinal mushrooms is so important. What your work is doing in the gut microbiome is so important, is because most tumors keep the immune system out. And what you're doing is you're helping the immune system to actually get in. And so we destroy part of the tumor and then we inject immunotherapy into it. But then we use, these types of medicinal mushrooms. So we use them as well. We don't inject into them.
How do you use them? Like in the extraction form, in a pill form?
Yeah, we need to do better forms for sure. But yeah, they're in pill form.
Okay.
Do you make medicinal mushrooms as a product?
We do, but we do it in the liquid form. We do tinctures.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Because
the only way I can do a dual extraction, I mean, there are probably other ways of doing it, but I do a dual extraction based on...
Can patients order those online?
Yeah, but we only ship within the U.S. as of right now.
Okay,
but
most of our patients are in the U.S.
Yeah, okay, great. I wanted to show you another product that was pretty rare. We almost was extinct. I couldn't find it anywhere, and I found a small farm in Hawaii that was growing it. Mm-hmm. It's a black turmeric.
Oh, you mentioned that.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. So you see right here, most turmeric is red and orange and everything like that. Check this one out.
It's blue.
It's a blue turmeric. They call it black turmeric, but it's blue.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is one of the rare turmerics that we grow. It's very rare. I mean, they've studied it, but they haven't studied it enough. But it's really, smell it.
I know.
It smells like.
It smells clean.
Right, and then you've got the regular turmerics right here, like those varieties. We've got yellow variety, but this one is super, super rare. So we make a turmeric power plus, which is my Thai turmeric and my black turmeric together, and those are probably the two strongest turmerics that I've found.
Do you make these in a liquid form as well?
Yeah, we extract them.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, we extract them because you can't juice this. It's nasty. It's like. It's not tasty.
So we're not eating this, you're saying?
You can eat it. You can try. Some people like it. But they're super strong. But yeah, these are some of the turmeric. So you can see I've got fields of this behind me.
Yeah.
And we use this to make our medicines. I don't usually sell these ones at the market because people aren't going to know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And you can't really juice it.
So it's called black, but it's blue.
Correct. It's like a neon.
They were colorblind.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they call it black turmeric, but yeah, it's like a blue turmeric. And blue's quite rare in nature to find blue like this. So, colors are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you are a doctor.
Well, about that.
You just don't. Yeah, you are a doctor. This is amazing.
This is my fruit orchard area right here. We also have some healing tents, so when we do our retreats, we've got massage therapists and Reiki practitioners. They go into the fruit orchard and they work on the individual clients in here. We have a fireplace also, and then we have a pickleball court that's more for me. But
yeah, I set that there and it fell off.
And and then I have some beautiful bananas, but they just got crushed. But they're coming back. You see how the green's coming right out the top?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all coming back right now. And that's praying hands banana right there. It's a nice banana.
Wow.
Yeah, beautiful banana.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, we have, usually, because I have the 5 acres here.
You did this in 10 years.
Yeah, maybe less. About 10 years.
This is an oasis.
For me it is. Yeah, I just wanted to create a place where I don't want to go on vacation.
Yeah.
This is the kind of place I'd want to go to. So trying to get my wife leaving here is impossible. So even if I wanted to take her on vacation, she won't go with me. She's like, well, who's going to look after the animals? She doesn't like to leave. And we have
I can hear the rooster.
That's Phantom. He's the bane of my existence. He wakes me up at 4 o'clock every morning.
Yeah, I thought it was the sunrise, but I think their clocks are off.
Where are my girls at? Betty Boos. Betty Boos.
Pigs.
Betty Boos.
Okay.
Where are my girls? Where are my girls? Where are my girls at? Hi. So these are our rescue pigs, and my wife rescues every animal you can imagine.
Rescue pigs? I've never
Yeah,
heard that.
so the black one was running on the road. They were trying to eat her. And if she had gone to any other farm, she would have been bacon, but she came here. And then my wife was like, oh, my new baby. And they're going to hi, Patty. Hi, I got some sapodillas. I don't know if you're allowed sapodillas. You're on a diet, so you can't have sapodillas. But she loves bananas.
Oh, wow.
When I first got diagnosed, all I wanted to do was find somebody who had what I had.
Yeah.
And so I could talk to them that had made it, you know, like what did you do? Like, what's going to happen? Like, I'm going down the same path you went to. What happened? So we looked everywhere. Friends of our friends of our friends and friends. And they found four people, right? That were going through what I was going through. Not that they were just maybe 6 months ahead of me. So I oh yeah, this person's doing it. The friends of a friends of a friends, they had colon cancer, liver cancer, all that, and they're going through the same thing. Well, then I would hear about them, and then all of a sudden I'd stop hearing about them. And I was like, well, what happened to that person and that person? And they didn't want to tell me, but they had all died, right? They were all gone. And I'm just like, well, they're 6 months ahead of me, and I'm going down the same road they're going on. Like, why am I doing this?
6 months behind.
I was 6 months behind them, and I'm just like, they're gone now. And my dad found one person that had made it through with, I think he had stage 3 colon cancer, and he had, you know, he got through it, and he has wife and kids, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Can I talk to him? And my dad goes, yeah, I'll set it up. And he comes back to me a day later, and he goes, he doesn't want to talk to you. I said, well, why not? I'd really love to talk to him, because he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to bring it up. He doesn't want to talk about it. So I remember how that made me feel, because it was the only person that I knew that was still alive that had what I had, and that person wouldn't talk to me. So I promised myself that if anybody wanted to talk to me, I would spend the time and I would talk to them. I'm not going to hold their hand through their journey, but I'll show them doors, and they can look through the doors that maybe they didn't know existed. So you can ask my wife. I spent so many hours with so many parents. I don't even know how they got my number. They just got my number somehow. They found out I was alive. They wanted to know. And I know what they were doing, because I did the same thing, and I couldn't find anybody. And when I finally found someone, that person didn't want to talk to me. And I'm just like, it makes you feel like you're the only person on earth, like that. There's no one else that's going to be, you know what I mean? Like you feel hopeless.
That's why I love the name Gratitude Garden Farms, because you're really expressing your gratitude for life, and you're sharing it.
And that's, my wife came up with that name, but it's very true. It's like we're so grateful to have a second chance, you know, and this was our second chance. So we didn't want to waste it. You know, I didn't want to waste it doing like whatever other people do. Like, I wanted to do something meaningful that I could really sink my teeth into, something that, a legacy. Even though I don't have kids, it's still a legacy, you know. I don't have anything to leave to kids, because I don't have any kids, but, you know, I have family. But
you're leaving a legacy, dude.
in a different form, yes. So that's why I get up every morning. That's why I work 70, 80, 90 hours a week, because this is my life. This is not a job. It's not 9 to 5. I'm not working for somebody else. I'm working to do things that I think, you know, where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing.
And people travel from all over the world to see you.
They come over to do retreats and, you know, and all sorts of stuff. But
well, show us some of the. I mean, because you're not a farmer. You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been an entrepreneur, because I started when I met my wife. I was parking cars. I was doing my master. I was doing my MBA, and I was parking cars on the side to make money, to pay my rent, to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I worked for corporate America for 2-3 years, hated it, got stage 4 cancer, right while I was going through so much stressful work stuff, and realized that wasn't my calling, and it had no soul to it. It's all about the money, the dollar, about making your investors money, not about actually providing any value. Mm-hmm. It's just about making money, and I didn't love it. So I stopped doing it, healed myself, and started growing my own food to heal myself. And I started in my backyard, and that's how I started. I started 2-3 beds in my backyard, then I went to 5 beds, then I went to 9 beds, then I went to 15, and then I had the back, the side, the front of my house, all raised beds. Neighbors would come by and go, excuse me, can I buy some of your tomatoes? And then it kind of like clicked, and I was like, I was like, I love doing this, because I couldn't really leave the house much, because I was, I didn't want to catch something and get sick, especially when I was doing the other stuff. So I started growing my own food after I got out of that. Started growing my own food and learning all the things that I've learned now. So but there was no one to teach me. So I had to read books, I had to study, I had to watch videos, I had to talk to other farmers, and I started learning. And that's how I started. So I practiced in my house for about 3-4 years. Then I bought this land in 2013, 2014, and I just started what I knew, which was raised beds. Mm-hmm. Then I moved to ground growing too, because you can put raised beds on the ground, and then I like it to be able to go down deep. So
that's where you have your turmeric. Right?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, they grow really well in raised beds too. They grow well in pots and bags too. We used to do that initially, but then I moved to raised beds, and I think raised beds are probably the best because if you get the heavy rains, which we do every summer here, the turmeric won't drown in the raised beds because it's higher up.
Yeah.
Where if it's sitting in a puddle of water, it could rot.
Yeah.
So that's important too.
So you took this to another level here.
So this used to be a big turmeric field, and then I converted it into a agritourism retreat center, where I basically created a permaculture style farm amongst the domes. So here you can see all these names. These are names of domes, geodesic domes. And we have that big yoga dome. You saw the big yoga dome over there. Yep. And I'll take you around. Come and take a look.
Wow.
So we've got a Jamaican strawberry tree here. Don't forget, we just did have a freeze. Yeah. So the plants are recovering from the freeze. We got sugar cane right here, bananas, praying hands bananas, star fruit.
Look at that. I mean,
this is a tea that we make tea out of. Smell that. Really nice tea.
I mean, that's an interesting banana.
Yeah, it's called praying hands. It's called praying hands because it has hands like this, like praying hands, like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see that. And then
wow.
Oh, here's a nice cluster of bananas that's ready. I need to harvest those, otherwise the birds are going to eat them.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay, so this is we make some lemonades out of this too. This is African basil. Smell that. It's one of such a beautiful.
Wow, that's
aromatics.
Very aromatic.
I just love it. It's just really, really good. Come on, check it out.
Wow.
So this is all reverse osmosis. So I have RO, I told you I make my own water. Yeah. So what I do is I pull from a well. I have a well, a 3-inch well. I pull the well out of water out of the aquifer. Then I have it run through my reverse osmosis system, and it puts out the good water and then dispels the bad water. And I run that on the bananas and through the ditch, and then I'll get that water and I'll bubble ozone into it, and it bubbles off all the sulfur, because sulfur is a gas. Mm-hmm. So there is sulfur in the water here. So it didn't start off in a municipal where they put God knows what in your water that you don't even know if you can get it out. Fluoride, chlorine, you don't know if you're even getting it out, really. Right. So I'm starting from the ground, pulling it out, making RO, bubbling off the sulfur, running it through a carbon filter, and then it shoots out, and I have it in all my domes, I have it in my mushroom containers, in my microgreen room. I mean, the swimming, let me show you here. So
these are beautiful.
Yeah, really nice, thank you. And then, so we have a fridge freezer combo here, we've got some pH 9.0 pH water over there, and then we have some organic coffee and organic teas for people if they have to have it with a little French press. And if you whip around over here,
oh wow!
So we built we have these little hammocks right here. So we've got one for each, and then we've got a beautiful little reverse osmosis swimming pool. So that's all drinking water. We don't put any chemicals in it. All I have in there is a piece of copper in there, ionized copper, and the copper stops the algae from forming. Oh wow! And then we usually have some little ozone bubblers too that bubble the ozone in there.
Too.
Nah, I just wanted a swimming pool that doesn't have chemicals in it.
Yeah,
that's all beautiful. I wanted to do. The only problem with that, I built all this too.
You got a little pond, the flowing
water, and then right here, I have a projector, and then I have documentaries on here, like fantastic fungi, healing, all healing documentaries, all about spirituality, about healing, about positivity, like all sorts. So they're intentional documentaries. So that's on here too. We have a Valera air purifier with ozone. If you take a breath in here.
So why don't you have a documentary about you?
I think we do have a few, like YouTube stuff, but not like a main one.
You should have one. You should have one, and I'm serious.
Well, I appreciate that. And then I'll show you over here too. We have outside shower right here too. So this is always nice to rinse off. This is a nice outside shower. And then I'll show you some other spots too I want to show you too. This is another pond that I built.
Goodness gracious.
So I built all this. Nothing was here.
So you didn't contract it out, you did it?
No, I did it myself. Yeah. Wow. And actually my house, I dug this pond and I used the dirt from this pond to build my house. So I built up, I built all this. There's black bamboo over here. I got some moringa spilling over here. You can see some of those beautiful fish I have. You can see some of the fish right here. So this is like a natural, my goal is to turn this into a natural swimming pond, but I have to do some filtration plants and everything like that. But you can see all the
size.
Yeah, it's big fish.
That's a big
fish. We got some biggies in here. All different kinds. That's a bass right there.
You've created a oasis. I mean,
come on, I'm gonna show you some more stuff.
And I mean, saying you did it in 10 years.
Well, I built this part. I did it in 2.5 years. This part, this whole retreat area.
Wow.
Yeah. These are Orinoco bananas. So you see all these domes here, they have their own private waterfalls in front of each one, and they've got privacy. So I designed them in a way that they can't see each other.
Okay.
And so I put the bamboo and everything, and bananas and everything, so they can't really see each other. I also built this little gym.
Oh wow!
This is pretty cool. Let me show you this gym. What's it right here? This is a cold plunge right here.
Yeah.
This is about 52 degrees.
Oh yeah,
it's cold. And then I have a sauna right here.
Oh yeah.
And this is a little gym that we built. Nothing crazy, but enough for for us to do our workouts and stuff like that. Not many guests use it, but they use the sauna and the cold plunge a lot. But it's just a little small one, but we like it.
Yeah. Wow.
So we use shipping containers a lot as our way to be able to get past the building codes.
Yeah, I noticed you had all this, the verbiage, the sayings of hope on the back of those shipping containers.
I call that affirmation alley.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically all the affirmations that really meant something to me in Tana while we were going through everything, and we put them on our shipping containers, and it was we walk by them every day while we're working, and it just reminds us of why we do what we do. And yeah.
I mean, so your basis, crisis of pathology and commission to purpose, or calling to purpose, was one that was for both of you and Tana. So it was really your marriage that was called to a new purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way now. Well, we don't, when it's happening, you don't realize it. But I don't know anyone else that I could do this with. And it continues down here, and I've got all different kinds of fruit trees and everything. So I wanted to create a place where you could literally just pick fruit from your dome,
Wow.
These Jamaican strawberries are going to start popping off here in probably like April. You can start to see them. You see them right here? This will turn into a big red berry, and that berry tastes like cotton candy. It's unbelievable. So it's so good. And
so like you said, you literally walk around and eat your way around the farm.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is passion fruit growing up here.
Oh yeah.
So we've passion fruit growing up here. This is all jasmine, but jasmine's going to start coming in spring and summer. So in the next
bet you walk down here.
I bet the aroma is so nice. That's why I did that. Here we have Cuban oregano. We've got guava, and then I'm sure you know what that is. That's elderberry.
Oh yeah.
So the elderberries,
fantastic for
very great.
Yeah.
That's chaya right over there.
Okay.
It died from the freeze, but you can see it coming back. And then this is carambola, and I've got a peanut butter tree right over here.
Now, why is it called peanut butter tree?
Because it shoots out this little red berry, and when it turns red, you eat it, it tastes like a spoonful of peanut butter. It's the trippiest thing ever. But I love watching people's face when they eat it. It's hilarious. And then I have Damiana over there, which is a aphrodisiac plant. I wanted to make a tincture out of it and call it Love Potion number 9.
There you go. There you go.
But my wife always laughs at me at that, but I really wanted to do that.
Probably just as good as anything else they can get out there.
Yeah, no, it's Damiana is known for being aphrodisiac. It's a very powerful herb. So Yeah, so it goes around and you've got all these, it whips around and I have 9 of those domes. And then this is the affirmation alley right here, and I have my mushroom section over here. I'll show you the mushroom section. So this is a kitchen. We just built this new kitchen with a flap in the window so that, hi guys. Hey. So we built this kitchen just recently mainly for this retreat coming up, because they do a lot of smoothies and juices and stuff like that.
Yeah, you walk down here and you see this, it just lifts your spirits.
Yeah, that's the whole point. And all these these mean a lot to me, all of this.
So basically, each one is something personal.
Yeah. Yeah. And they just remind me. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one.
Hashtag Gratitude Garden Farm.
This is my wife's favorite one.
Yoga, because punching Joseph is frowned upon. Okay, that's
Well,
not what it said.
I don't know if that's frowned upon. So this is how we do. I'm going to show you. Come look over here. Just stand right. You just. I don't want to make you go in, but
Okay.
I want to show you.
Okay,
So look at these mushrooms right here.
come here.
I'll bring them out.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Those
So
are
this is
beautiful.
these are called gourmet blue oysters, and this is one of our blue oyster rooms. And yeah, they're really, really pretty. And we have different rooms for different mushrooms. So this is one of them.
Is it because they require just different environments, or
They require different temperature, different humidity levels. So, you know, some mushrooms play nice with others, some don't. So, and all we're doing here is we're converting shipping containers into grow rooms.
Wow.
So we have a facility across the street where we actually make those blocks and we sell them to other farms, and we also use them ourselves. But we teach other farms how to do this, and then we sell them the blocks. So it's a win-win.
And you know, these mushrooms, you know, they change the gut microbiome. They literally, they increase bifidobacterium, they increase lactobacillus.
Yeah.
They change the metabolism of the gut microbiome, and all that impact can actually heal the gut.
Yeah.
But then it also boosts natural killer cells, T lymphocytes, shifts macro. This is immunotherapy.
Yeah, in a way, I would imagine.
No,
I mean,
it is.
I never thought of it like that.
Not
but
in a way, it is.
That's good to know. That means I'm on the right track.
No, this is why you're here today.
It's getting a little bit too high. I got to make sure I'm on top of that.
So constant attention to these.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta fix that right
You're
now.
a master of many trades.
Well, my partner Claudio is the engineering brain. He's the master of the mushrooms. So this is another room. You can't really see them. They're popping off right there. It's the Black Kings. Let me see if I can find another room.
Black Kings? Is that a culinary or?
It's like a king trumpet mushroom, but it's
Okay.
it's a black version of a white trumpet.
Okay.
It's more tender. It's a cross between an oyster and a white king.
Okay.
And they call it a black king, or they call it a black pearl.
Oh wow.
Let me see what I got over here.
Okay.
That's a chestnut mushroom.
Okay.
But you know, we make these blocks. So these blocks we can grow any variety. See the white? That's the mycelium.
Okay.
Okay, so these blocks can generate all different varieties of gourmet mushrooms. Medicinal too. So most gourmet mushrooms are medicinal. Pretty much all of them are medicinal. These are all medicinal, but there are some that are cream rice to the top.
Tail, shiitake,
turkey tail, shiitake, lion's mane, reishi. Those are all my medicinal ones that we grow also.
Wow. So you're growing medicine too?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then here I'm growing some lion's mane.
Yeah, I think those are beautiful.
This is how the lion's mane starts. You see that?
Yeah.
And then it will start to get huge.
I actually grew some one year and then
yeah?
made tea out of it.
And they what?
Tea. Lion's mane
tea?
Yeah.
That's great, but you're getting polysaccharides. You're not getting too much of the, you're not getting the neurotropes out of the lion's mane when you heat it over a certain temp. So that's why we do the cold extraction, because first, and then we do the tea. The tea's great because it's really good for your gut. It's incredible for your gut, great for your immune system.
Really good,
yeah, great for the polysaccharides are great for you. So yeah, for sure.
And you may know them as beta glucans. That's another version, or they are. Beta glucan is polysaccharide. This is wow. And I didn't mean to say wow. I didn't know from the website. It's just, this is just so much more than I could have imagined.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're like in between like a resort, like a health resort, and a real operating farm.
Yeah.
We are actually both.
Yeah.
So it's tricky because you need to be aesthetically beautiful, but at the same time we're good old-fashioned farmers too. So we cycle both. Let me see what we have in here. I wanted to show you a nice lion. Let me see.
Wow.
Do you guys want a lemonade?
Oh man, yeah, you took.
Do you guys want some? I've got some. Do you like kombucha?
Yeah.
I got some great kombucha.
Yeah.
Let me use some kombucha.
So do people have to make an appointment when they come by, or they can just drive up and say,
No,
hey?
we don't. We're not really open to the public, even though people just drive on all the time. I don't know half the people here right now.
That's why I was wondering, because I saw you just kind of looking around and going, who's that?
Yeah. Typically, we don't have people come here because we're so busy, and we have retreats all the time. So they don't just come here. They know they can find us at the markets, and at the markets we have everything that they want. If they come over here and go, oh, I need some kale, then I have to stop what I'm doing and go harvest one bunch of kale, which I don't have time to do that. So we do farmers market. They know where to find us. My people know where to find me. So I'm at Delray Market every Saturday morning, and they're already queuing up at 8:30. The market opens at 9. I already have a line because they want my veggies first, because they know the veggies go quick, because I'm the only real farmer there. Most of them just buy from Honduras and they sell it at the market. You can see the boxes with the labels on them. They're not real farmers. But most of the public have no clue. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, look, this guy's got Brussels sprouts. I'm like, oh yeah, Brussels sprouts in South Florida in July? Good luck with that. I'll give him my farm if he can do that. I'd like to see that. It's not happening. Here, let me show you.
Wow. That doesn't.
That's dragon fruit and passion mixed together. This is a really good kombucha.
What are we drinking here?
So this is a kombucha that we get from Counterculture. It's an organic kombucha company. A friend of mine, Buster, he owns it, and he makes some really good kombucha out of local fruit. So dragon fruit and passion fruit from Florida, from Miami, and then he makes kombucha out of it. So
that's delish, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Prescribe Podcast. All references supporting this episode can be found on the prescribe.com website. That's pre-scribe.com. To get your next dose of medical innovation, make sure you subscribe to Prescribe. We'll see you for your next refill.